What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're here for another episode of the Mezcal Buzz podcast. It's been a long time since we've done one of these, so this is a very special one that we're back. And we're here with the one and only Salvador Palacios. He is the brand owner and producer of Mezcal Salvadores. We've been talking about getting together and having some conversations over some mezcal for some time, so I'm very happy that we're here with you today in your home of all places. Thank you for having us.
No, thank you, Marco. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Yeah, it's been a while. We tried some mezcalitos before, and it's always a pleasure talking to you. So, welcome home, and welcome to Salvador's family.
Thank you. And if you guys haven't already recognized Salvador, if you're part of the community or if you're at events, you surely recognize Salvador and you see his wife, Flor Palacios. They're the face of the brand. And I just want to thank you one last time. First of all, we are going to be tasting some mezcales here. We're going to be talking about different things of the brand and mezcal in general. So maybe we could start off with one of the mezcales. You have a lineup here for us today. What do we have?
Yes, today I have the cereal, which is the kind of whiskey family agaves. We also have an ensemble of four, jabalí, tepestate, mexicano, and cereal. The famous pechuga with buffalo meat and fruits, and the one that we're going to bring again this year for Dia de los Muertos, that's in ofrenda with cempasúchil flower, the jocote, and a little bit of citrus. So that's what we're going to do. So if you want, we can start and try one. So
Cool.
yeah.
Let's start with the cereal.
Sure.
Today, you guys will also see that we're going to have a special guest. We have Esteban Mezcal Papi that's also preparing some cocktails for us behind the scenes that we're excited to try. And as Salvador pours up this cereal that looks really good in this glass, nice and silvery, I do want to say that the first mezcal that I tasted of Salvador's is the cereal. And when I talk to people that know of the brand, the cereal is a very special mezcal that everybody likes. I saw it in on one of my trips to Oaxaca. I was walking el Andadero,
See?
and it was interesting. I don't remember the name of the shop, but they had a lot of mezcales on the wall, and I saw one of the 250 milliliter presentations. I mean, it was in the shop. It was in a wall with a lot of different ones, and for some reason, that 250 milliliter presentation caught my eye. Went straight for it, brought it back home, and I never would have guessed that sometime down the line we would be meeting up in person at a local restaurant to us. We lived nearby, and we shared some mezcales, right?
Yeah, I think it's a Fiesta Mexicana in El Andador Turístico in Oaxaca City. But yeah, I think that was the first review that you did. Very happy that you choose that one. I think it's the favorite of a lot of people. One of my favorites too. As an brand owner and mezcalero, each expression is like one son, right? And you cannot choose that. There is no which one is the best, right? So it changes from day to day. But this one is really good. So I go back to this one very often. And besides the flavors and aromas that you may find, and I'm very sure that you're going to be able to share that, I think for the mezcal producers, we like to hear either the person who is trying like it or not. Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
And if you say I like it, that's all it takes, right? I think that fulfills our heart for the hard work that our team is doing in the Palenque. And but yeah, I want to hear about what you thought are about this one.
Definitely. I really enjoy. For me, it's very herbaceous. I get very herbal notes on the aromas, some sweetness, and then right now I did go ahead and give it a taste. I get hints of anise in a cereal, in this cereal specifically. It's something that I love to revisit. Each flavor tends to I don't want to say evolve, right? But it changes. It has a life of its own. So I think that's one of the mysteries of mezcal that attracts a lot of people once they get into it.
Right.
It's like changing, and I don't know.
Yeah, actually, the way that I describe the mezcal with a lot of the new fans is the somehow the mezcal speaks to you in so many different ways. A lot of times, the mezcal what it does is knock at the memory door, and then when you try it, when you smell it, you will find some similarities on those aromas and flavors of something that you tried before. A lot of times, this remind me about my childhood when they try the elote, right? And I bring people back to really, you know, uh, kind of feel the same feeling that they used to have when they were childs and get a elote at the street, right? But in this case, this one for me is very special. When I first smelled this mezcal de cereal, it really took me to my days of high school when it was the last class. But instead of to go to the last class, I used to go ride the motorcycle with a leather jacket, with some of tobacco, in the dusty road that we used to ride, right? And that's the very adventurous memory that I have with this one. So it's really very close to my heart when I drink the cereal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I love to hear that anecdote of how special and personal it is to you. And I also like to describe sometimes to people that it's like a faint memory or like a dream when you wake up and you remember these things. Like I feel like mezcal tends to trigger different memories or smells and things like that. Talking about your childhood and maybe some more of your the family history or the heritage behind mezcal Salvadores.
Sure. Uh, the name of Salvadores has to do with the desire that I have in my heart that one day rescue the family tradition. And this is part of the story of Salvadores. My great grandfather used to make mezcal since the beginning of the 1900 in Tlacolula. They had a very small palenque, and then my grandfather continued making mezcal in his house. Uh, but unfortunately, after an accident in around mid 50s, everything stopped. So my grandma, Lucia, has to continue doing the job as a maestra mezcalera for about maybe a year and a half, 2 years. Uh, but just to make this more interesting, at that time my grandma had only 9 kids left, the last 9, because she had total of 25.
Uh,
25.
25 children.
25 children.
Wow, what a feat. Wow.
Yeah. So unfortunately, the last 9 was the only ones that survived. The oldest was my mom. That around that time she was maybe 10, 11, and she was the one who was helping my grandma to help with the silver. And what happened then is after a year or so, she couldn't sustain the palenque and the 9 childs. So they drop everything and then they start fresh a few years later. And that's part of the story. So the third generation, which is my mom, uh, didn't have the opportunity to continue with the mezcal business. And it was in my heart that one day when I get retired, maybe have a small palenque, go back to Tlacolula, make mezcal, drink mezcal, and sell locally. And yes, be happy, right? But things change, right? Like life change every day. And I started thinking about this in 2005 when we purchased a small piece of land where we had the palenque that once belonged to the other side of my family. So, uh, and then we postponed it maybe next year, and so far and so on. So it took us 14 years since we have the idea and think we actually start from scratch, from zero, and we build the palenque. And it was 2019. We start productions mid-year in 2019 and start selling locally. And then 2020 came, So that's when we had the opportunity to think a little bit different. Now we have the Palenque, what are we going to do? And we started with the branding and then the permits to certify everything. And then we land in California and Illinois in 2021.
And so that's really interesting because that's a lot what you just said right now. What was it like? A couple things. Talking to the family about reviving this project, the Mezcal Heritage of the Family, which, by the way, it's a great story because Salvador y Salvadores, right? You just mentioned the name comes from that desire for you to bring it back, La Salvación.
Yeah, rescuing the family tradition. And Salvadores in English means saviors.
Mhm.
And that's what we do is we just rescuing the family tradition. But yeah, it was very challenging because we had to talk to my mom that she barely remembers something. The only thing that she remembers is when she used to play with my aunts. But the play day was taking the stones out of the horno out, and that was the play date, right?
Yeah.
So, but it was actually work. So, yeah, it was. It took time, but here we are.
And so who was involved? Who took on the role of Maestro Mezcalero producing and yeah, what did that look like? Starting
Yeah,
it?
when we start this project, actually, one of my nephews triggered the la pistola, right? I was in 2018 visiting my mom, and he asked me, Tio, when you gonna start your project? I've been in the business for about 6 years now, so if I can help in anything, let me know. So I keep talking with him. I think we went to sleep maybe 4 o'clock in the morning because we were talking and talking and talking, right? And then I came back and I talked to Flor, and I mentioned that, and she said, "Hey, if that's what you want to do, just do it, right? That's really fulfill your life, and you had the passion to do it. I think you went in for a very long time. We talked about that for several years, and if that's what you want to do, let's do it." So I went back in 2019 in March, and we start from scratch. And that was my nephew Jerry. That was the one who really somehow pushed me to do this. And then Flavio Perez Mendez, who is our master distiller, he used to work with my nephew in a different palenque for other brands. And when he knew about the project, he said, I want to go with you. And ever since, he's working with us.
I love that. And also a big shout out to Flor that also encouraged that with you. I think it's wonderful to have a partner like that as well. Flor is always with you, and we see you guys at events as well, and she's behind the brand as well with you.
Well, en español dice, detrás de cada hombre hay una gran mujer.
Mm-hmm.
No es cierto. It's not true. Because Flor is never behind me. We're always
Nice.
walking together, right? Side by side. And that's what we have done since day one when we got married. We working together, we set up the goals, and we push together, we pull together. So, and that's what it makes a difference, right? I think in
Yeah.
any relationship, it could be a marriage, it could be a business, as long as the partners pull together, I think things can accomplish easier or maybe faster, right?
Yeah, beautifully said. Take note, everybody. I'm taking mental notes too. Advice for sure. That was beautifully said.
Thank you.
Can we move on and taste another mezcal as
Absolutely.
we continue the conversation
Sure.
here? When you guys first started, what were the first expressions that you guys started to come out with, and how quickly did you branch out to other expressions?
Well, the first one that we did was in Espadín, and we didn't know much back then about the business, right? So we take our knowledge on what the percentage of the ABV will our people will like in Tlacolula. And in Tlacolula, they just drink 40%, maybe 38%. And it has to do for two things, right? Because it's very soft and the price point. So that's what people is accustomed to. It's very rare to see people that drink a little higher ABV. And
And
we
would you say, I don't mean to interrupt you there, but that's a fantastic point. Was that like el gusto histórico of Tlacolula? Was that always like what
yes,
okay.
normally our traditions when we have weddings and festivities, that's the mezcal that they use because Tlacolula is not really, it was not really a mezcal maker town. Uh, Back in the days when I started 5 years ago, it was probably five or six palenques. If you go now, there is a lot more, right? But yeah, it was not too many, and therefore they really like something that it was not strong, something that it doesn't burn your throat, and so many different things, right? But that was our feedback, and we started with the Espadin 42. We brought it to California. It was well accepted. We won an award in San Francisco Spirit Competition as well as BTI in Chicago. And then we moved to the Tobalá, which also got a lot of good feedback. San Francisco Spirit Competition, we received a double gold in 2021. So from there, I understood that, especially in LA, they don't like lower ABV, the mezcal lovers, right? So I started bringing those. So from there, I moved to Espadin 47. And then the Tobalá, Cereal and Tempestate, we ended up at 48. We believe that 48 was something in between, right? Not too high and not too soft for the mezcal lovers. And that was the beginning.
I love that. And so it started with Espadin. You, from the 38 to the 40, you went with the 42. And I believe Esteban is making some cocktails for us. I think, yeah.
Sure.
All using that Espadin.
Yeah, the Espadin 47 is doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the spicy mezcal margarita made
Okay.
with lime juice, orange juice, agave, and of course Salvador Espadin mezcal.
Do a quick piece.
Yeah.
Mezcal Papi.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Yeah.
Spicy margarita. Mezcal margarita. Spicy mezcal. I love it.
It's very tasty. Really good.
Thank you, and stay tuned for more with Mezcal Papi, because we got some stuff working on. This is fantastic. He does mixology, focusing around agave spirits, really getting into it as well too. So I'm gonna enjoy this here. As we were talking about, it started with Espadin. I did want to go back a little bit. I'm all bouncing back and forth on where I put it. The difference of I didn't know that. I didn't know that in Tlacolula the ABV was lower.
The most common mezcal that they use, and you see that it sells a lot more for the event, is 40. It's very rare that you can see high ABVs, and that's the traditional that they use for festivity. It has to do also with the price point, right?
Sure.
So when somebody's gonna be a padrino of
Okay.
mezcal,
Uh-huh.
then and you talking festivities of 400, 500 people, so then obviously the price point has to do a lot, right?
Yeah, but you know what strikes me a lot is also, like you mentioned in LA, it's a big, a lot of people are liking the more higher proof mezcales, and also traditional mezcales we see are around. Well, it said traditional mezcales are 45 and up. A lot of the high proof, and people are starting to be like, well, if it's not, 45 and up or a high proof, it's not. But in the example that you gave there, and I think I spoke with somebody of like Zacatecas, for example. I think, and I could be wrong, I don't know if it was Zacatecas or Guanajuato, also traditionally talked about lower proofs, 38 in the 40s. And it's just interesting to see how the different regions or different towns have their tradition of what it is, and then also what the price dictates, or what el mercado, what that dictates,
Right.
and what just as traditions change moving forward, right, and experimenting with new agaves or new mezcales. And I always ask myself that sometimes, like, when does how long does something need to be tradition or traditional before something new can be tradition or traditional?
Well, I think you mentioned earlier, we evolving, right? And we recognize that the higher ABV, you will find the aromas and flavors more what the agave plant is giving you, right? So when you lower it to 40, then you lose the essence of the mezcal. And I learned that very quick. That's why I moved from the 42 to the 47 ABV, and then going up, right? So sometimes we drink puntas, but that's another thing. But yeah, uh, it is very traditional, but I think we evolving, and the people that is mezcal lovers, they continue asking for more. So obviously with the mezcal, when it's uh, certified, we cannot go over 55. But some of the destilados, you can see in the market 60, 65, ISO won 75% in the last event of mezcal. And it is very tasty, it's very good, but again, you have to be careful when you drink that, right?
Um, Really quick, we've been swirling this. What
Sí.
was this next one talking about?
Yeah, this is the ensemble. We did this ensemble with 4 wild agaves, which is Jabalí, Tepestate, Mexicano, and Cereal. And this one is 52.8, a little bit on the high end. And we only made 144 bottles on this batch. So we did a little bit of those agaves, and then we made this one. And I don't know, what do you think?
Beautiful, much different than the previous mezcal we just tasted already. This one gives me like a sensation, a taste of wood. It's a little drier than that previous one to me. I still get a hint of anise in there, and also maybe I just have anise on my mind lately if I'm tasting that. But
For me, this one has, those 4 agaves. Somehow, it just go, es un viaje, ¿no? Que comienzas como en la nariz más cereal, y el paladar más tepestate, más verde, más botánico, más herbal. Pero sí, es muy complejo por los 4 diferentes agaves, ¿no? Especialmente el jabalí, que es muy único en sus aromas y sabores, pero igual el paladar de cada uno.
tell us about, okay, so Jabalí, Tepestate, Mexicano, and Cereal. And when you guys produced this, what was the process like from harvest to finish? Why did you select these agaves, and when was?
I always wanted to do an ensemble. And when I had the opportunity and talked to some of the guys who helped me to find the agave, I says, I want to do this. What can we get, right? I says, I would like to have this, and that. And they came back to me and says, we have a little bit of this, and that. And I say, okay, let's do it. So we did a small batch, I think about 5,000 kilos. And it's about 30% Tepestate, 20% Jabalí, 20% Mexicano, and 30% Cereal. So must about that percentage. Yeah.
And it's great how kind of like I've heard them called like mezcales de monte, or just back when mezcal, whatever agave was mature and ready to go, it's like, let's bring it, put it in, and that's the mezcal we'll get.
Yeah, back in the days, we used to have ensembles, right? Whatever was ready, whatever they can find up there, that's what they're gonna bring. They didn't really focus on the names, but it was just a mezcal, but it was in ensembles. Now these days more on try to know exactly all the details, right? But yeah, it's more of the mezcal campesino, right? So Mhm.
I love the sensation that it leaves on the mouth. It's very coating, so it's almost numbing on my mouth. How about for those that want to taste the mezcales we're talking about here and want to find Mezcal Salvadores, where is it distributed? Where can people find the mezcal? And what have been some of the challenges of bringing a brand and getting it, picked up in stores or getting it available to the public?
As a new brand, it's really hard, especially when you don't have you don't know the business, right? So yeah, we have a distributor, an importer that help us to move the product and to bring it to uh, every place that we that they have the accounts. Uh, but I think is the biggest challenge in general. I would say that we need to educate ourselves so that way we can pass the information to the consumers, give them all the information that is important from the production, from how long the agaves takes to mature. Like the tepestate is one of the ones that we had to wait a long time. I mean, 20 to 25, in some cases, 30 years, so the agave can fully develop. So it's just getting prepared, getting the knowledge, so that way we can pass that information. Have a lot of patience because you have to repeat the information over and over and over. When we go to events, I mean, 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours is continuous, right? So I think that's the biggest challenge: is don't get tired of doing what you're doing, so that way people will know exactly how the product is made, where it's made, who made it, and so many different things. It's not just about the mezcal, also is making people think about what we're doing about the ecosystem, how we want to control, you know, uh, the thing that we continue cutting in trees to have the fields for agaves. So many different things that we can continue talking. That when let's say this 5 years ago when I started this, I didn't know anything. So today, uh, after 5 years, I can say that I know less than 5 years ago. Today, I know less because the more that you learn, you understand that is an infinite things that you can learn from agave to agave, from the type of soil. So many variables, right? That from state to state, even from from the state of Oaxaca, the mountains, the valleys, so many things that we had to learn. And I think we need to be conscious about the ecosystem too. What are we doing to mother land, right? How can we prevent this? Something so simple that here in the States we don't think about is water. So how much water we use to generate 1 liter of mezcal? How much water we get every week in our towns? Sometimes zero.
And to add to that, I mean, I don't know if people all know or understand that when the water is used in mezcal, it's not all after it's used for distillation, right? It's not good water anymore, right? It's like it's not ¿cómo se dice?
Yeah, it's not usable, right? Uh, yeah, so it's very challenging. I mean, there is other distill from agave that use massive amount of water, right? But for us, it's just what we add during the fermentation, and then when we clean the copper stills, and that's basically it, right? But that's a lot of water. So we use the water also to circulate the water when we're doing the distillations to keep the water cold and be able to get the more versus continue having the water hot and then we lose this product. But what we do is we recirculate the water instead of to use new water, right? So we have a lot of challenges. Sometimes when it's hot and we continue producing every day, with distilling every day, we have to put some ice in there in order to save water. So there is a lot of challenges.
And so with those challenges and the process now of, demand comes into place, what's the process look like at Salvadores? When are you guys harvesting? When do you produce year round? Do you produce in certain seasons? What's that like?
Yeah, when it comes to harvesting, we try to do during the season that there is no rain. During the season that is like right now it's raining, we have no production. We focus on bottling and labeling and all those different things. And what is great about what we do in Salvadores is that, yeah, we have not too much land where we have agave planted, but what we love to do is work with the small producers that we can not call, people who buy product, but it's just part of the family. We have small agave producers from different places in Oaxaca, and that's what we're working with them. So not only we paying the best price in the market, but it just the family gets bigger, right?
Yeah, and it's great you mentioned that because it's I'm going to Oaxaca next week. I hope I can get a chance, and I'll be there 2 days, but I hope I get the chance to visit the Palenque.
Yes.
But I know that it's, the rainy season, so there won't be production going on. What does, so a couple parts. Is it available for people to visit when they go to Oaxaca? If they could visit the Palenque, what will they see when they visit the Palenque? For example, right now, if there's not production, you mentioned labeling and different things. And I had a third question, but I forgot what it was.
Okay, yes. Yeah, definitely. They can visit the Palenque. We do tours. We show and not teach, but give all the information about the production from the oven to smashing, fermentation, distillation. They walk around. We have some agaves that they can go and look. We have espadín. We have tobalas. We have some cereals, jabalis, and others. Small quantities in the area, so that way people can understand how the agaves looks like. Because a lot of times when we talk about the cereal or the madre quiche, they don't get it. That is like it has a trunk. It looks like a palm tree, but the pencas go upright, and we had to have a picture to describing all that. And when they go to the Palenque, they can see that, right? But they will walk through the process where we do all the steps, and then they can enjoy, we call it degustation. They can choose 6, 8 mezcales. At the Palenque, we have, I believe, 24 expressions. Here we only have 14. But yeah, they can try things, something different. If they already try the ones that we have here, they can reach out to us via Instagram. Flor is the one who's taking care of that. She's the one who make the appointments. She do all the organization and talk to my nephews about the visitors. And then if there's production, then they can see the production. But if it's not, at least we can show them how they do it, right? But yeah, so one thing that is important for me to mention is my team is very small. My three nephews, the maestro and the helper, my brother that goes there and help me. One of my nephews is he just finished 3 years ago international business in Querétaro, so he's the one who's taking care of us when it comes to all the administrative work in Oaxaca. Then Lalo, he's a chef. He decided to go and work with us. He's in production with the Maestro Mezcalero. Jerry, also he was studying law. He dropped law to become a Maestro Mezcalero because that's his passion too. And he's also Maestro Mezcalero, but he doesn't like to be called Maestro Mezcalero because we give the respect to Flavio. So Lalo and Jerry, both they're Maestros Mezcaleros. They can do all the steps. When Flavio is not there for any reason, they take over. And they help also doing the bottling and labeling and all that. So whatever is needed, that's it. There is only 6-7 people at the time at the Palenque. So I want to take the opportunity to say thank you to my brother. He's very unconditional helping us. And my team, my nephews, and the maestro. And we have Pedro too. Pedro is the one who does everything there. So, and obviously here we have our distribution that help us to move the product. And Flor and my daughter Amanda is the ones who really help us. That's the youngest of the three, and but we don't want her to really take over until she finishes school. So it's but a year and a half more to finish her. I think she's and we want her to do her master. So maybe it's gonna take a longer. Yeah.
No, that's cool though. It's really dope. It's a family operation with everything you just mentioned across the board. It's great that as a small brand, if you reach out, you want to visit the Palenque, you reach out directly. You're talking to Flor, you're talking to Salvador. Yeah, I love that. That's really cool. I would love to taste another mezcal, and I think we have some more cocktails. Cool. Mezcal Papi has the cocktails. What was this one?
Mezcalita.
Mezcalita, okay.
It's lime, orange juice, and mezcal.
Awesome. Lime, orange juice, and the mezcal espadin.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ooh, I like that. It's different from the other one. I taste the orange in this one. Very fresh. I feel like this is I want to have this one on brunch.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That will go really well.
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, this is the infamous buffalo.
Yes.
Do it. I want to ask, what do you think about, and if you see anything in the future of Salvadores, or what do you think about the agave spirits movement, which is absolutely 100% based on and influenced by mezcal, but we have, California producers, Texas, across the globe, in Australia, India, Africa. What do you kind of foresee in the future? I don't know. Do you see anything stateside where people are producing agave spirits?
I think that's a very complicated thing to talk. Obviously, as a Mexican, I think that we have to respect what belongs to every country, and the agave belongs to the Mexicans. Obviously, we have some agaves all the way to Central and South America, but the people who make traditional mezcals for generations is the Mexicans. It could be the northern or south of Mexico. when you cross that line, I think we're talking about something else, right? And I think it has nothing to do with people to try make business in any place in the world. But I think the respect for the tradition, the culture, I think is in jeopardy. And I really against that, right? Uh, can we stop it? Probably not. But that's very unfortunate that this day, because the agave doesn't really take too much water. Now we see here in California. But what they gonna do with the agave? They're gonna use tons of water if they wanna do a destilado de agave. How they gonna call it? Obviously, it's a huge difference within the flavors because of the soil, because of the time of the agave will take. But I think it's very unfortunate, right? So I think these days is complicated, but I think we need to raise our voice, and we need to do something about it in general. And I think this should be a call for the government in Mexico. These new politicians that are in place now, I think we should look into this. I think this is something that is not ethical, that somehow it needs to stop.
And when you say it's not ethical, do you mean of the production of agave spirits outside of Mexico, or trying to call it mezcal or tequila, or because you're right. You mentioned two things. One, are we going to be able to stop it? I think no, and I agree with that, and 100% that it's a Mexican tradition and it's a Mexican heritage that where it belongs to. But at the same time, I like you mentioned, I mean, how could you put a hold on that? And I guess another part of it is what I kind of asked earlier and mentioned is where traditions or tradición begins and where it continues, right? I mean, in 100 years from today, in the regions of the north or the south of Mexico, or even in parts of the states, if something continues and it becomes something that goes on, I don't know, like what will it be called, and what does it do for the environment and things? I don't know. It's an interesting polemic or a topic to talk, and
Yeah,
it's on a roll.
very interesting topic. I think we don't have an answer, but I think respect needs to be in place as first, and we don't see that. And I guess what we can do is just to educate ourselves, pass the information to others, so they can choose the right product, and they can choose the right product for the right reason, right? It's gonna be a lot of destilados all over the world because now we see agaves everywhere. What is not right is going to Mexico, getting the seeds, the agave seeds there, and bringing here and plant it, right?
Yes.
I think that's the ethical part. If they can do California agave, and if we have California agaves and they can grow it and they can distill it, I mean, it's fine. But we need to call the product for the names. Mezcal is mezcal, destilados from Mexico is destilado from Mexico, and so far and so on. So I think education has to do a lot. I think it is a big challenge right now, and I think we, as a Mexican, we need to defend that. We need to make sure that people knows exactly what they're drinking. What is in your glass? I think that's the question, right? And people needs to know what is in your glass. And they need to know who made that. The traditions, the mezcal campesino, the maestras and maestros mezcaleros, that they've been doing this for generations. Are we going to change that for a big factories, for a big money that can manipulate all this, or are we going to stay true with the traditions? I think that's the biggest challenge, and I think for us is just go up there, talk about these situations, and show the consumer when they drinking something that is original, right? It could be mezcal, destilados de agave, it could be tequila, it could be bacanora, raicilla, you name it. But it is the identity of those particular places in Mexico, and we need to respect that.
Yeah, and I think you said it very. A great example is like the seeds, right? Going to get seeds and introducing agaves into different
Environments.
and that it's not there, and it has a larger impact than just what we're talking about commercially of what mezcal or agave spirits are, but the environment, the animals, the ecosystem that it has into place. So that's a very interesting topic that I think is going to barely start and starting to continue, because I know that there's a lot of production going on in different states in different parts of the globe. So, and also as we are mentioning, the destilados de agave, or agave spirits, which also opened it up for other spirits from Mexico for importation, right? That were not imported previously under the laws of what was mezcal or tequila. So now some mezcales that aren't going through certification, for example, find ways to just now import through destilados de agave. But at the same time, it opened it up globally, then a whole new category, and people are jumping in.
I think people need to understand that.
By the way, sorry, I don't mean it. This one is.
This one is the destilado with buffalo.
It's,
In this-
I didn't mean to interrupt you like that, Salvador. I'm sorry, but every time I smell it, way different than the other one. It smells like plum to me. This one.
Well, this one has water buffalo chamorro, which is the calf part of the leg, and all the fruits that we use for Dia de los Muertos altar in Mexico. We have tejocote, mandarina, caña, pineapple, mango. All the fruits that you can see on the altar de muertos is there. And this is batch 1, by the way, okay?
Wow.
This is what everybody was trying to find for a while until it was no more. Right now, I think we are on batch number 6, I believe, of the buffalo. This was my first pechuga. And I used to just do the mezcal. And I was thinking, when I do a pechuga, I'm going to do something different. And I was able to find this water buffalo chamorro, which is a certified meat in Mexico. They brought the water buffaloes from Africa, and they breed it in Tabasco. There is a huge ranch in Tabasco that they focus on this, and it's a certified meat in Mexico. Very high-end cuts that they sell, especially on the northern Mexico. But I was able to get the chamorros, and that's what we have. I think that was our first pechuga, and then from there, every time that I do a special batch, I don't plan it. It just happened that when I in the environment of those ingredients, it just pop in my head, and then I start thinking about that, and then I get all the ingredients, go to the palenque and talk to Lalo, my nephew, and then say, Lalo, I'm planning to do this. And a lot of times he asks me questions. Okay, you want this cook, char, boil? How do you want this product?
Let's backtrack just a tiny bit. And I want to go back to the topic
Sure.
that I interrupted on, which I apologize, but this pechuga de buffalo just hit me, and I had to say, let's explain what the pechuga is, and so in that explanation, why, let's say why what Lalo was asking, like how do you want it charred or cooked, and what happens with the protein after the distillation.
Sure. Yeah, the pechuga style is very traditional mezcal that back in the days, the maestros mezcaleros used to make a special mezcal for special occasions. And somehow they find out that, you know, getting the turkey breast, the guajolote, la pechuga de guajolote, putting it in there, it gives us a different texture, different flavors and aromas to their mezcal. And they used to hang it on top of the either clay pots or copper steel, so that way you get something very special for special occasions. When the abuelito visit you, for the birthday of grandma, when la tía se casa, see, when the aunt will get married or whoever, for very different in special occasions. They have that little mezcalito behind the door or under the altar at home for that. And that's the tradition, right? And when I try to do the pechuga style is the same thing. Normally, you will add the turkey breast during the third distillation. And in some cases, they used to add some fruits or herbs, so that way it gets very special flavors and aromas. So for people to enjoy during those special events. What I find out that for my likeness, I do it during the second distillation. I personally feel that you still have very strong essence of the agave in addition to the other ingredients. And that's what we did with the buffalo. And we did chamorro de buffalo. We hang it on top of the copper steel with a net. And then we add all the fruits into the liquid. And then we distill it 2 times. For 8 hours on the second time. So what do you think? Give me your feedback.
It's very viscous. That texture from the protein, I think, almost oily.
Okay.
You get that from the protein, but I get the fruit. The fruit. When you mentioned mandarin, I get mandarin a lot in it, and all those flavors balance out very nicely with the agave. Because you're right, you get the essence of the agave, but man, there's so much flavor going on. And
Yeah.
did you guys char the buffalo or
No, it wasn't cooked. And this one
It
is
was
sitting
raw.
at 52.4 ABV. This is it for batch 1.
This is what's left here of batch 1.
Yeah, so there is no more.
Salud. Thank you very much.
Salud. Yeah.
The infamous batch 1 of buffalo. But it's still available in some areas. Batch 6, you said?
Yes. You can find these in, if you go into our website or Instagram, we'll direct you to where to buy, and you can find all the places. Obviously, you can find them in Madre Restaurant, in Total Wine, in Luis Liquor, in Azusa, in so many different places.
All of your
oh,
expressions, or you're
yes.
talking about just the buffalo?
Total Wine has carried 10 expressions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. And so that's one of the other things is I was going to ask, and I lost my train of thought in this mezcal. My mind went like, because I want to go to all these different things, right?
That happens to me all the time when I drink mezcal. I just go from here to there.
Especially when we're drinking the different ones like this, right?
Yeah.
So you mentioned where we could find them, and what was I going to ask? If you could describe the lineup of Salvadores, of the mezcales. You said here there's 14 in Mexico. You could find
24.
How would you describe that variety of the mezcal?
I think, we're very traditional, but at the same time, Salvadores is somehow, uh, in a way, very modern. Then what we do is we try to satisfy uh, more palettes. Uh, and that's why we have so many colors, right, in life. So we can choose what we like, and that's Salvadores. We have from very traditional, from the espadín to tobalá, cereal tepestate, arroqueño, jabalís, ensambles, that you can understand what the plant is giving you. And also we have the pechuga style, the very traditional also. I have a mole, turkey and mole, which is un guajolote criollo con mole. Tenemos tamarindo y chile, elote, hierba santa, café y cacao. The last one is with marigold, con flor de cempasúchil y frutas, to name some, right? I have one that I made for Flor because her birthday is February 14. So I always wanted to do a tobalá with some honey and I don't know what else. But then I walk into the palenque and I have ready to distill an ensamble with espadín and cereal. I said, wait, let's do that tomorrow. So I went to the farmer's market and I got all the berries that I could find. Blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, cerezas, and then a huge ramo de rosas rojas. Yeah. So I went to the palenque the next day, and then we put everything into the copper steel, including the rose petals, and we create that for Flor birthday. It was very successful.
And
a
is
lot
that
of people,
one that will be available? It's seasonal, right?
right now is batch one is in Azusa in Luis Licor.
There you go. Is there now?
Yeah, and it's very.
Run.
I think probably 22 bottles left out of the whole batch.
And shout out to Louis Liquor because I see that they often have a great selection. You guys, they carry all or much of the Salvadores
They carry
lineup?
all the line for Salvadores. Yeah, and we do some special batch, exclusive batch for them. This one was one.
I see here it says
Yeah.
Louis Liquor right
Yeah,
here.
we have one with the first batch of café and cacao. It was also. This one is also for them. So they choose all the good ones. Well, all the expressions are good, but the small batches, Lucy always says, I want it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so if you want to find those special batches, those small batches, you
Go
got
to
to Louis Liquor in
in
Azusa.
Azusa, California, yeah.
I think I want to get that
Destila-
Valentine's one for
Yeah,
Flor's birthday.
destilado de frutos rojos y pétalos de rosa.
I crushed this buffalo one.
Yeah.
It really was fantastic. So I'm gonna go find one of those as well. Would you say that? How would you describe? Okay, batch one that we have here, phenomenal. You said they're at batch 6 now. How do the batches change and develop between the different ones?
When you're doing an artisanal product,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be the same. A lot of people fall in love with number one, and when they try number 2, 5, or 6, somehow they find something different. Not sure what it is. It is the same agave, this very close to the ABV maybe variants because it's steel proof and the same type of meat, the same fruits. So, but when it comes to artisanal products, it's going to change a little bit. It could be the agave, it could be the sugar that they have, the agave, it could be the fermentation, so many variables that it will change. Still, all of them are really good, but somehow number one was the favorite of a lot of people.
And with that said, do you, on the labels and the bottles between batches, the information that's on the brand, do you put which batch or when, what year, what season?
You know, on the back,
Mhm.
we have all the information. Obviously, here we have the process. Uh, it says Ornocónico de Piedra, Tahona, Tinas de Madera, fermentación espontánea y destilado doble en alambico de cobre. Tiene el ABV aquí.
El año ahí dice.
De maestro mezcalero, la firma y el nombre. Porque yo solamente soy el productor y dueño del palenque y de la marca, ¿no?
Ujú.
Pero el que hace la magia, pues es el maestro. Entonces, kudos para Flavio. Él es la estrella, ¿sí? De Salvadores. Yeah.
A Flavio. Y también dicen aquí el número de botella. So, for
Sí,
example,
correcto.
here, bottle 20 of 90.
Yes.
90. Batch
Yeah.
1, 90 bottles.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah. Y ahora, now we modifying the information, we adding more. We adding, for the next ones, we're going to add, the date of distillation or the month of this month and year of distillation, because when we go with the el Consejo Regulador, the batch that they want us to use is the batch of the bottle batch, but I just want to have exactly all the information there. So we fixing that. Yeah,
Cool.
we fixing things as we go, and we learning.
Awesome. I would love to, let's
Yeah.
take, this is the perfect season to try the Cempasúchil.
Yeah, the Cempasúchil is coming very soon. Obviously, it's gonna be in Luis Licor. It's gonna be in La Mayordomía. That is a Mexican, Oaxacan
the chocolate.
little market. Also, El Chapulín restaurant, which belongs to the same owner, Don Cefe Garcia, who is very fan of Salvadores, and I just want to give him a shout out for always, support us. Yeah, he
Great.
supports a lot of the community, especially the Oaxacan community, but the Mexican community too.
And where would
This
that
one
be?
is in Pico Boulevard in LA. The name is La Mayordomía
Ah, okay.
and El Chapulín restaurant.
¿Y el Chapulín dónde está?
Ahí mismo.
Oh, el Chapulín y Mayor.
There is two in the same shopping center.
Okay.
And
In
belongs to the
Pico
same
and
person.
LA.
Yeah. And
Okay.
also, obviously, to Lucy in Luis Licor, that she will get batch number 2 too.
So if you want to get this Cempasúchil mezcal, Luis Liquor.
Yes.
That's where you got to go. Cool. All right,
Yeah.
let's taste this.
Yeah.
Are they similar fruits that were used in the buffalo to
There
the
is,
Cempasúchil?
In the buffalo, there is a lot fruits. This one has only 2 fruits, tejocote and mandarina.
The mandarina comes in strong.
Yeah, the
Alright.
citrus, right?
A little pause of appreciation here. You guys, if you're listening.
I feel like I'm in the graveyard during the Dia de los Muertos right now with all the candles and the marigold flowers, right? Yeah.
Where would you recommend to go to appreciate that experience? I haven't been to a graveyard or a pueblo where the Dia de los Muertos se celebre así con los altares y los
You know,
cempasúchil.
one of the big ones is Pascua in Michoacán.
Ujú.
I mean,
Pascua.
if you go there for November 2nd, you will have a life experience. But you can also go to Oaxaca, and you can find so many different places that you can go, and that will be very memorable
Ujú.
because it's a different thing. It is. It's not a party, right? But is something that is deeper than a festivity. It is something that you joy, you fulfill of joy by going there, and if you embrace the culture, you will understand that uh, it is the transition of kind of stay with the people that already left us, but the memories are with us in our hearts. That connection, I mean, you cannot describe it. You need to be there, right? So you can feel it. So it, when it comes to the mezcal, it's all about, tradition, about what you feel, about moments, about experience, about, having that community with others, and be able to just give instead of to take or receive, right? I think that's what the mezcal is about. It's just fulfill your soul, and it doesn't matter. Nothing else matters when you have that joy in your heart.
Ujú.
Yeah. So saludcita.
Salud. A very unique flavor, very unique experience to have in your memory with this mezcal and in the celebrations of Dia de los Muertos, like you mentioned, to remember and have those memories.
Yeah,
I think.
not only in your thoughts, right? But it's in ofrenda
Mhm.
for those who still living in our hearts. I think that's it, right? So you can beat that. You can go and party and you can do Halloween or whatever, but nothing to do with Dia de los Muertos when we celebrate the life of the people that is not with us anymore.
Yeah, and I think for those that have lost somebody very dear, very close, special, is those memories and remembering that life, like you mentioned, because sometimes, speaking personally about life's experiences and having lost people close, I don't want to say you forget, but sometimes personally I find myself that I tend to like sometimes think I'm starting to forget things, or I'm starting to lose some memories and stuff, and so there's certain tokens or certain things like a mezcal or like an aroma or like a smell or like a memory that you need to bring out
Yeah.
into words with somebody else, right? To keep those
Those
memories
alive.
alive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which
Yeah.
this is a fantastic expression
Yeah.
of something that can do
Yeah,
that.
it's just we need to, ¿cómo se puede decir? Necesitamos poder, we need to embrace, no, life, and we need to share the good moments and also the bad experience,
Mm-hmm.
but focus on the positive, right? Yeah. So my dad passed away when I was 2. My mom was widow with 4 kids, and I always say that my mom is my hero, is my superwoman. I always tell her if I have the opportunity to born again and give me the choice, I would choose you because she's my hero, right? She did everything for us, and I don't know what else to say. So, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Salud.
If I have the opportunity to say something, is Salvadores mean saviors. And I was very grateful a couple years ago when I was in the Palenque one night. Everybody was gone. And I was looking around, I was looking, the lights turning on Tlacolula. I was in a little, the Palenque is in a little hill, and the lights were turning on, and also the little pueblitos, San Lucas, San Bartolo, San Marcos were turning on, and it was very beautiful view. And I was very grateful at that moment, and I said, thank you for the opportunity to bring this back to be able to save this family tradition, see, to rescue the family tradition. But at that moment, something happened that it made me realize that it was not true that I was rescuing the family tradition. At that magical moment, I was able to understand that the tradition was rescuing me, bringing me back to my people, to my custom, to my culture, to all the culture, to the Zapotec, to where I belong, right? And that was a beautiful moment that I was able to understand. Sometimes life, you're doing things, thinking one way, and in reality, what life is giving you is the opportunity to go back to where you belong. And that's what happened with Salvadores. Instead to rescue the tradition is rescuing me. It's putting me together with my people.
I love that. I
Cheers.
love that. Cheers. Yeah, I think
See?
I'm crushing them.
Yeah. Cheers. Salucita.
Salucita,
Yeah.
salud.
Salud.
Thank you for that great statement and sharing that, Salvador. And thank you for inviting us to your home and having us here in this great conversation. I want to thank everybody for watching. Invite you guys to check out Salvadores Mezcal Instagram. You could reach out to them directly. You could find them in Louis Liquor, all, if not most of their expressions. And as always, thank you for watching. I don't know, it's an abrupt ending here on my part, but I think it's been a wonderful conversation, some great mezcales. Thank you to Mezcal Papi for the great cocktails here, mixology with mezcal. And I don't know, any last statements, Salvador?
No, I just
That
want to
was
say
wonderful.
thank you for the opportunity. I think it's always great to talk to you and your audience, and really go deeper more than the mezcal, right? Because the mezcal is just open out the heart for people, and that's when all those good experiences that we want to take forever into our memories, and that's what it counts, right? I think that's what the mezcal does. It's just it doesn't get you drunk. It just make you, mágico.
Mágico, I like that.
Yeah, salucita.
Salud.
Sí. Yeah. Salucita. Gracias.